The case of a man in Knoxville arrested by federal agents went today in front of a federal judge. The lawyer for the suspect calls it a wrongful arrest by ICE. Diego Hernandez Garcia moved to this country more than a decade ago, and his lawyer says a now at-risk deportation suspect has all the proper paperwork to stay in the U.S.
Last week, federal immigration agents took him into custody at a job site in Hardin Valley. He remains behind bars tonight. 10 News reporter Ellis Rold was in court today and brings us the latest in this case.
A federal judge heard arguments today over the legality of ICE's detention of a young man living in East Tennessee. His attorney says he came to the U.S. as a child and grew up in Maryville. We've reported on Diego Alberto Hernandez Garcia before. His attorney says he was wrongfully detained by ICE while working at a construction site in Hardin Valley, despite having deferred action status valid through 2026. His attorney says his status was valid and active during his arrest and that he's never been arrested before. At the center of today's hearing was how that deferred action was handled. Hernandez Garcia's attorney argued that ICE detained him first and then terminated his deferred action status afterward, something she says should not have happened. She says that because he had valid deferred action at the time, he should have never been detained in the first place. The government acknowledged in court that Hernandez Garcia was detained and that his deferred action status was later terminated. But prosecutors argued that deferred action is discretionary and that federal authorities have the legal authority to terminate it at any time. That disagreement puts the case in a complex position. Whether ICE had the right to detain Hernandez Garcia before revoking his deferred status, or whether the detention itself was unlawful. That question wasn't resolved today. Instead, the judge gave both sides 3 more weeks to submit more legal briefings. Hernandez Garcia will remain in custody in the United States while the judge considers this case. Reporting in Greenville, I'm Ellis Rold.